Dominic, wedding DJ.
And this is Serena, wedding planner.
And together we are the Wedding Duo. We are here to talk all things weddings.
Planning a wedding can be stressful, but we are here to help.
So before you say, that's it, we're going to Vegas, don't go to Vegas.
Let's have some fun.
Join us as we answer your wedding questions and help navigate planning one of the biggest days of your life with the Wedding Duo. Hello, everyone. We are back with another riveting episode of the Wedding Duo podcast.
Woohoo! And we are back in the States because we took a little trip out of the country.
Yeah, I look tropical. I look tropical from the neck up,
Yeah.
and from the elbow down. But
We were trying to be safe in the sun because sunburns are a real thing.
because
and no
I'm
cancer.
a white bald guy. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
For real. And I do not tan well either. So,
Remember back in the day, who used to put baby oil on to lay out there?
man.
I mean, we're like a fried chicken, but those
worse,
days are gone, boy. I tell you.
worse than that, I used to go to the tanning beds. I did. I
Yeah.
have to admit, I went to the tanning beds.
You know, the one time I went,
When?
prom. I got talked into it. Everybody was going. I go,
Oh my
wait, do I
gosh.
have to go to prom? Like, if you can?
That's ridiculous.
It was
in
ridiculous.
Nebraska, or where were you, Maine?
Maine. This was in Maine.
So
Mhm.
that's like not normal for you to be
Yeah, but
tan
it's
in
not like
Maine.
it's tropical in Maine. Like, you're trying to have a little base, look a little bit,
Oh my goodness,
in
that's
my tux.
hysterical. So the reason we were out of the country is we folks on July 6th, which is in 5 days from the date that we're recording this podcast, we will be celebrating our 10-year
Let's
wedding
go.
anniversary. High five.
10 year. Wait, 2, because that's 5. This is 10. There we
Two
go.
fives makes 10.
10 years. We
Yeah.
were together like 13, right?
Right. But yeah, we didn't get married till 3 years in, and
3 kids strong.
no, we only had 2 when we got married.
No, we're now
Now we're
10
3
years,
kids
3
strong.
kids.
Mhm.
The oldest is 14.
12 and 9.
So do the math. Yeah, there you go. We took a little unorthodox approach to it, but there we go. We got here.
We
10
did.
years together, still going strong.
And for any of you who are looking for honeymoon spots, I will say, so we went to the Dominican and we stayed at a resort called the Sanctuary Cap Cana.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. It was an amazing resort experience. So something that we encountered, which was not amazing, seaweed.
Yeah. The sarcasm, not the sarcasm. What's it
Not
called?
the sarcasm, the sargasm.
Sargasm.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok was all over it, but I was like, maybe it won't be that bad. They put up a barrier. That barrier weren't stopping Mother Nature. She said, nope,
no.
this seaweed is going to be all over the place. And it wasn't smelly until they had this big cat in the water, this big truck, like trying to scoop it up.
Bulldozer.
And every time they scooped it, you was like, whoa,
The
like
smell. Yeah.
the wave of stank would hit you in the face. And you're sitting there laying out, drinking out of a coconut. It was very, very, very what you would think, right? Being an all-inclusive thing. But it was really fun. I've never done one of those type things before. My travels was always backpack, cheap,
Mhm.
hostel. Like, I was trying to stretch my money, but this was different, which was really nice.
It was wonderful. The kind of vacation I would always like to take. Just like so relaxing. And we went with our best friends, shout out to them, and had just a phenomenal time. The service was incredible. So again, if you're looking for a honeymoon spot, check out the resort. There were a lot of honeymooners there.
For sure.
Absolutely. We were not the norm, I don't think. There were a lot of younger couples, probably just got married. So
Oh, there were people that were well into their relationship beyond us too, that were just
that's true.
hitting the bar hard.
We did also do a spa day. So we got a couples massage, which was pretty fantastic.
Mhm.
And we did this weird thing. I don't even know why we did this, but we went in the sauna. Remember this? So we went in the dry sauna for like a minute. No, 2
5.
minutes. Was it
It was
5?
5 minutes in the sauna.
5 minutes of sauna. Then they have you get out, go into ice cold water for a minute.
Yeah.
Then into the hot tub for 10 minutes.
They're just trying to get us as unrelaxed as possible.
I
before the
don't know
massage, maybe? I
what
don't know.
they were thinking, but I was like, we did it once and you were supposed to repeat it. And I was like, nope. No, I did that one time. I'm good.
I don't mind any of it, but that cold water after the sauna, good Lord. I guess
Whew.
you're trying to get your heart rate up, but that worked. It works.
It works. So it was fantastic. We are feeling rejuvenated, relaxed, and ready to do and talk some weddings.
The sunburns have faded. I think we're ready to go.
I did not get sunburned. I put on so much sunscreen.
Yeah, you did.
No, not.
Yes, you
Look,
did.
If you're watching on
there
YouTube, I'm good.
she fell
Little
asleep
red.
on her left side at one point, her right butt cheek.
It was a little red, yeah, but not
So,
sunburned.
as a good husband, if I was giving an atta girl, I went for the left cheek.
Oh, I appreciate that.
That's how you make it 10 years. You just
Mhm.
are thoughtful, considerate to your wife's behind.
So now on to
Change
our
the
topic.
rating. This one's gonna get a R rating.
We're gonna talk about guest count today. And the actual topic of this episode is why less is sometimes more. And you can probably guess what we're going to get after. It's really the idea that the larger your guest count, obviously, the more expensive things are going to be. But it's even more than that. The more difficult things can get, right? Because the logistics of having 300 people is so different than the logistics of having 50 people.
Yeah, 50 is I feel like most people shoot for the 150, 175. That to me is like the most common,
True.
but it doesn't have to be that much. But the challenge is that darn guest count, right? It's like, how do you whittle that thing down, right?
Yeah. And I know one of the big factors is there's this pressure, right? Coming from your parents, other family members, friends to like invite everyone.
Your in-laws, if you're, yeah, both sides, both parents.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that sometimes can be hard for couples, especially if you're younger and this is the first time you've planned an event like this, for you to say no and stand up for yourself and say, like, hey, we are limiting this to this amount. That can be a challenging thing.
It is well, this whole thing where you have to really get into the weeds about who's coming and who's not. I mean, some feelings can be hurt and all that
Mhm.
stuff. And again, we're not trying to talk you out of a big wedding. If that's been your vision, if that's how your family does it, by all means. But most couples, I've said this a few times, are trying to navigate between their vision and their budget. And the budget usually loses, because things get really expensive really fast. But to your point, your head count is, I mean, first and foremost, that's the biggest effect on your budget.
Absolutely. And honestly, we've seen huge events, right? 300 plus. And we've seen,
800 is my biggest.
that's right, you did do that one in California. We've seen events that were 30 people. And yes, they're different in the vibe and what's happening, but I would say they're not any less magical or
Mm.
special. There's certain things that actually are great about having less people. You get to spend more time with the individuals that maybe traveled really far to be with you, because that is something. If you have 250 people, the average like reception time frame is about 6 hours. You're gonna get a few minutes with each person if you're lucky, or not see some of them or get a chance to talk to everyone. That can be
Yeah,
hard.
it's really hard. And the thing that gets really hard also is like your spouse, right? You're sitting at the sweetheart table and you go, "Hey, who's that over at table 7?" You're like, My cousin, I think." I mean, it's seriously like you have people that you just haven't seen in 10, 15 years, and they're
Mhm.
family. And I get it. We all come from families. We all have those people that you just don't see very often unless it's a wedding or a funeral, right? Those are the big things that people make it to, maybe a graduation. But and the wedding is one of those things which makes this extra hard. But if you really want to change your experience, stay in the budget, and you're like, I just want to bring the people that I really want to see, that I really like, that I really know, and spend quality time with them.
Yeah. That's okay to advocate for that.
I keep thinking of Faith and Justin in Georgia. They
Mhm.
had
30 people.
30 people. And it was a banger too. We had a great time. It
We
was a
did.
really nice time. But so should we list the vendors that are directly affected by the head count?
Yeah, so I have a few notes here just to give you guys a breakdown of kind of what we're talking about as far as like how the guest list affects the budget. So obviously catering, right? There's a
Yeah.
cost, there's a cost there per head. So like let's say even if you're paying, let's say you're paying $75 for a meal, 50 extra people, that's $3,750 just for food
Mhm.
additional for 50 extra people.
And
Okay.
that's not counting
The bar.
the bar.
Right. So that's the other one. Obviously, more guests is going to equal more alcohol costs. Venues are very different in how they structure bar packages. So you want to talk to your individual venue about this, but that's kind of a no brainer. Obviously, if you have more people, they're going to drink more. The other thing that people don't sometimes think about is rentals. If you're bringing in like tables, chairs, linens, centerpieces, all of those things, you need more for more guests, and that's going to add up.
And that's the floral for sure.
Yeah.
That starts to lean into the florist, because if you're doing flowers on the tables, more tables equal more Flowers.
Absolutely. And then the other thing, probably should have listed this first, but the venue itself, you need more space. So it a larger guest count can sometimes decrease your options for venues because let's say you have 300 people, not every venue is going to be able to accommodate that. You won't be able to utilize some of the smaller spaces. So that kind of eliminates some of those options. The other thing is staffing. And when I'm referring to staffing, I mean like catering staff, bar staff, the additional people required to service an event of that size. So that can also add up.
Security, that was listed on there too, which is
Yes.
that's a small one, but it's still a thing. It's still in the pile, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And sometimes people don't account for those kind of things and they become like a surprise cost that shows up later down the road. And that's never fun, right? The other thing is, and this is a huge piece, it's not necessarily attributed to the budget, but the extra time and stress. Okay. Because managing 50 people, again, RSVPs, the seating chart, communication is so much easier than 300 people. And again, we're not trying to talk you out of this. This is just a realistic look at what it takes
Sure.
to, plan an event of that size.
I know some of you are like, "Uh-oh, do I have too many people?" And no,
You don't
it's
have
your
too
own
many
thing. It's
people
your own
if
thing. But
it's what you want.
but these are just areas we can, if you want to thin the fat, right? No, meaning like you trying to get your budget into control. These are all things that are tied to guest count. So when we say guest count is the biggest thing, it absolutely is. And even those of us that don't rely, don't change anything based on the guest count. I do exactly the same thing if it's 50 people or if it's 300 people as a DJ.
Mhm.
Planner, same thing. She doesn't, her costs don't say are not based on head count like the
Right.
catering or like the bar, but it still is a thing, right? Like if you have, it's easier just the flow of people with less people too. So you're going to get to the dance floor quicker. You're going to get through dinner quicker. You're just going to have more time allotted, right? So, and for us, it's still like, are you in a 6 hour package, an 8 hour package? What's, a lot of times that's the thing. But so that factors in, but not directly like the ones we just listed for sure.
Yes, correct. Because you're right. There are packages like photography that it doesn't matter how many guests you have, but the ones we listed are definitely the ones to look out for. So you're probably wondering then, like, how can I, if I have a huge list, like tactfully narrow it down? And some really great options that we've seen couples do are to create some tiers. And you may have heard of this before. You've got your A list, which is, immediate family, close friends, and you can limit that to a certain amount. And then you can also have a B list and maybe even a C list. And that can help fill in those guest counts as you figure out if people are able to travel, if they're actually going to be able to attend. So that helps you to keep it to a comfortable number. The other thing that is a huge factor here, guys, is kids. If you do an adult only event, you're going to eliminate all the littles and they add up as far as space and food and, all those pieces. So
Booze, no, probably not the booze,
no,
but
not the booze.
and you could be, so we always say this too, like it doesn't have to be all or none. Like you can be selective. If you have nieces and nephews that you know really well, you babysit for them maybe. Yeah, you could bring them. It doesn't mean just because they're coming, like everybody gets to bring their kids, right?
Right.
But yeah, so that's the thing too, is like, oh, I really want my niece to be there, but like, okay, then make her the flower girl, get her in there. Like nobody's gonna be like, well, how dare her not let me bring my kid?
Well,
Like,
that's not true that nobody's
well,
going to do that.
yeah,
We've
I
seen
know
some
that,
drama on social media.
but if bring the budget up when you're communicating with these people, like, hey, it's just really, I don't know if you've done this with your family, but people understand. I mean, most logical people would understand that it's expensive. It's expensive.
Yeah, you can definitely mention
I would
that.
love for you to be there. However,
Yeah, we're trying to limit it because this is what we can afford. The other thing is limit it to plus ones that are only engaged or married. Okay. Because people will get real creative with who they think they can bring to your wedding if you just open up a plus one. And that's okay, right? I know sometimes, again, it's hard dynamics. People think like, well, they've been dating for 6 months. Can't my nephew bring his girlfriend? Like, no, they're not engaged. They're not
yeah,
married. They may break up and I may never see her again. And I don't want her at the wedding. Like, that's okay, right?
especially if it's somebody in your wedding party, your sister starts dating this guy a few weeks before, and then now she brings him, and then they break up. He's in all your pictures, and you're like, "Ugh."
Yeah, that's a factor too. I mean, especially if you have them like sitting at the head table plus
Right.
ones, that can be a thing for sure.
And his baseball cap with the mesh back. Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
And you always talk about the plus one.
I
Did that
know.
happen to you at an event or something?
I've done a lot of events. You
So it
name it.
must have
You
been.
name it. It's happened at an event.
So to kind of piggyback off that point, it can be helpful to come up with, I don't know if the best term is a script, or figure out the way you're going to word these conversations before you go into them. I am a fan. Use ChatGPT.
I was going to say, I know exactly what you're going to bring up.
I'm just saying there can be some really good recommendations. And of course, you can say it in your own words too, but help you convey what you're trying to explain tactfully so you don't have to worry about stumbling over your words or feeling extra anxious because you don't know what to say. You can also put this information on like your wedding website so that people understand, like we mentioned, we are limiting the guest count. This is why, just put the explanation out there. And if people don't get that and they're cranky or giving you a hard time, like, ew on them, right?
Right. It's the part about the not having a plus one. I feel like that will limit some people coming to, because if I'm going to an event, right? And let's say I work with one of the bride of the groom and I get invited, but I can't bring a plus one. I don't know. It's like, I won't know that many people there.
Sure.
Right?
And you may not go.
So I may not go. Right.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not me. I will walk into a room full of strangers and be the first one on the dance floor, but that's not, everybody.
No, it's not. And if it's like, think of it this way, if it's work friends, right? And you invite the work friend group, they may know each other.
Right.
So then they may all decide to go and be that friend group. And
Hey,
even
that's
if
table 7. I'm all aboard with that. They're always a fun table. The work friends.
table 7 specifically.
Could be table 9.
But yeah, to that point, they may all decide to go. And even if they can't bring a plus one, and they may hang out and have fun together.
Good point.
We should probably mention too that there are specific like perks to having a smaller event. And I kind of mentioned one of them, that is more quality time with each guest.
It stinks. We communicate with our couple throughout the whole night. And this is not a surprise. There's a lot of stress with your wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I think I always say, once you get in that chair, you start your hair and makeup, right? And then eventually you're dressed and everything, you're nervous, but you're not like, at that point, you can't make any more changes. You can't do anything else. You try to just downshift to, let's do this. We're finally here, right? But if you feel obligated to talk to everybody, I've had couples where I talk to them, I'm like, hey, I'm trying to get onto your dance list, right? Because they asked for some dance songs, but they're not on the dance floor because they're still working the room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the bride's like, I really want to dance. This is my jam, but I can't. I have this obligation because people are very sweet and they came to your wedding. You want to go, maybe they brought you a gift. You want to go talk to them and say,
Yeah.
introduce your new spouse to your favorite aunt, or the Johnson family that came all the way from Seattle.
True.
There's pressure to do that. And you don't get to enjoy your own party sometimes.
Yeah. It can be hard fulfilling that obligation especially if there's a ton of people, right? Yeah. And sometimes too, I always am very mindful, and I tell my couples this, my bride specifically, hey, if you're in a weird conversation, give me the look, right? And I will come get you out of it, because you can get stuck talking to people out of kindness. and you don't want to be in that conversation for 20, 30 minutes when you could be out dancing, having fun. And it's not to say that the person, isn't a nice person, just they're not aware. They're excited to talk to you. But I am very conscious of where my couple is and making them feel like, hey, I have an out if I need it.
Here's a PSA to everybody who is a plus one. Don't monopolize the couple. Friends, I've been there where the couple are talking to each other through clenched teeth. Like, who's this? Like, I don't know who this is. Somebody's plus one is just giving them a soliloquy on love. You know what I mean? Love is, you're like, no one wants to hear that. They're there to say hi to your cousin. You shake their hand and let them go because they got to get to the other people.
Yeah. Get to the other people and get to their event.
The talkers.
Yeah.
I'm a talker, but
You are a talker.
I try to be aware of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I try.
Or I pull you out of it.
Yeah. But I do it too. I'll walk up to the couple. If I see them between the planner, I went last time, you go this time, right? I'm like, okay, I'll go up and I'll be like, and I'll just stand there until one of them make eye contact. They go, do you need us? And I go, I'm sorry to interrupt. Can I talk to you real quick? And I pull them away and I'm like, okay, look at the watch. We're moving. Finish that table. Let's go.
Yeah.
Right?
We just tried to keep you on pace and be conscious of the timeline, but also your feelings and your party time, like your ability to enjoy the event.
Yeah, and the worst is at the end where it's like, "Thank you, good night," and the bride's like, "Ugh, I didn't get to dance as much." So I've had
Mhm.
brides tell me, or they'll be on the mic, they'll get the microphone last after the best man maid of honor and be like, "If anybody wants to talk to me, I'll be on the dance floor." I'm like, "That atta girl,
Mhm.
get out there
For
and
the
dance."
toast,
Yeah,
you
the
mean?
two of them, especially
Yeah,
the groom is a dancer too. I love it when the couple's on the dance floor.
absolutely.
Plus, it brings somebody else out. Oh, well, let's go say hi to the bride. Okay, you know where she is. Let's go.
The other thing too, so one of the perks is you're going to have some more flexibility as far as like venue options. And what I mean by this is most traditional wedding venues accommodate large groups, right? That's kind of a given. And it comes with a price point. But if you have a smaller group, you can get creative, like a restaurant.
Mhm.
Maybe they have a small room and they have a courtyard where you can do the ceremony. There are some, and don't quote me on this, like Airbnbs that can sometimes accommodate events, but you're going to need to check. Don't try to do it shady because you can get yourself in trouble. But yeah, there's just definitely more options available for the spaces with a smaller group.
And I think one of my favorite ways where people attack this is they do let me maybe not even the big destination, but somewhere on a beach, somewhere near water, with 30 to 50 people, right? And they
Mhm.
have that party where it's everything we
The
talked about,
ceremony.
the catered, the whole thing, the DJ, the thing, and then back home, a few weeks later, the banger. You want to come? Let's go. Everybody's coming.
Right.
Maybe you still do another mock ceremony. Maybe you wear your dress again. I know. I
Wait,
know.
now are we planning 2 weddings? Because
No,
now
just
you
like this is just a big party back home where they order pizza in somebody's house or whatever, like where you can bring
okay.
everybody, like, I don't know about 300, but the people that couldn't come for the first one, I don't know. That's just I know
Yeah.
it's 2 parties, but that second one is more
My planner
chill.
personality is like, now you're asking me to plan 2
No,
parties.
no.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Ah,
From a
it's just
DJ's perspective, it sounds
no,
great. We're gonna party twice. From planner's perspective, I'm like, now I
no,
gotta
not that's what I'm
double the
saying. You don't
event.
you put on the iPad or the playlist, you put on the Spotify list, and you just
Okay, so the
do
DJ
it
doesn't come. You
no,
don't
it's
come.
not. That's what I'm saying. It's either a pool party or just a backyard barbecue
Got it.
with a big post. That's where everybody's coming. But if it's $75 a head to go to the actual wedding,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we're thinning the herd on that one, right? But you can still order pizza and bring everybody to that other party. I
Well,
know
when
it's a
you
lot, but I mean, and it doesn't even have to be. People have done it like a year later or months
sure.
later, right?
Yeah, where they celebrate the event.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you. I love when couples do like a very small ceremony destination where they go to a resort or a beach, like you said, mountains, wherever your favorite spot, and they do the small ceremony and maybe a little dinner afterwards, and then go home. This is what you're saying, and do a
Yeah.
big blowout, but not necessarily like the ceremony and the dress and stuff like that. When you
Maybe the
mentioned
dress.
that, that's what started me thinking, like, oh God, we're gonna have to
Maybe the dress.
make all the plans again.
Yeah. And I mean, you could even do like I said, people have done like a little ceremony where it's still kind of
No, see, this is where you're going down the
no,
path of
it's
the
not.
double
It could
event.
be your drunk uncle doing the ceremony at that point. You're already married, it doesn't matter. But if you, I mean, just want to have that part of it still for those people to kind of see the marriage part or not. Just show up in your shorts and your t-shirt or your bikini and just have a party at the pool.
Yeah, just to celebrate the fact you
Yeah.
got married. I
But
think that
again,
that's the point, right?
but it's all very like all of it, it's very personal, right? It's your day.
Mhm.
If you envisioned your 250 head count wedding and that's how your family does it, and there was never an option, like then go forward with that. But I know the budget is always looming, or it's like a cloud over the couple's head, like
For
it's
sure.
hard. It's hard. So there you
Yeah.
go. That's why we try to help. But again, I always feel guilty like we're talking you out of something, but no, it's like I said, it's your day. Let's go. However
Well,
you want to attack it.
I think people appreciate our experience, and I think that is where we're coming from. Just so you guys know, is just sharing what we've seen, and hopefully we help in some way.
Experience. That's a thing for sure. I mean, it's funny how sometimes something will pop in my head and I'll just have this weird memory of a wedding. For example, I had one this morning.
Okay.
I was beautifying this big bald head of myself this
Oh
morning,
yes, this happens
shaving
every day, you
and cutting
guys.
my
Just so
hair.
you know.
Yes, cutting my hair. And the song came on. I had a playlist playing, Fascination by Nat King Cole. Do you know that one? It's not one of his famous ones.
Oh,
really
I don't
necessarily.
know that one.
It was fascination, right?
Oh,
It's really beautiful. But I remember this was years ago. The bride said, "Can you play this song because this was my parents' song?" And I didn't know it at the time, although I'm quite the fan of Nat King Cole. His voice is like butter. I mean, gosh, it makes sense. But it came on. I'm like, oh, this one popped onto my radar because it was the bride's parents' song.
How do you
I
remember
don't
that?
know. It's music. Music has like a tag with it. It gets filed away. And when it comes up, sometimes I don't know. It's weird. Smells and music. I like have a strong memories with it. I mean, not all of them, but
this
there's a
man
lot.
has some memories that just
It's-
pop up
it's
out of
very
nowhere.
strange.
It's bizarre,
Very strange.
but that's okay. It's fun to hear.
But it's
when
fun.
you
It was
tell
a
me.
nice. It's a nice memory. I remember the venue. It was the Rockland Country Club. Isn't that strange?
What?
Like I don't know why. I
Wait,
remember it.
like back in California?
Yes.
Like Rockland,
Yeah.
where I went to high school.
Yes.
Okay, that's crazy.
This is before you, I think. Yeah.
There is no before me.
Did I mention I've been doing this a while? We're doing.
Yeah, for sure.
okay.
Okay, guys. So we have our membership, which we chat about on every episode. Check that out, where we go live every week and share our experience with all of you, answer your wedding questions.
The stories. We got stories.
All the playlists are in there. We just updated some new ones. We also have a bunch of lessons in there with downloadable forms. It's just a great resource if you're planning your wedding.
The playlists were for introductions of the bridesmaids by themselves and the grooms by themselves. If you
The
want to
new
split
ones?
those up, yeah.
Yeah.
Those
So,
are the latest ones.
and
The
if
ink
you
is still drying.
if you go to the link, it's 30 days free right now, so you can get in there for free for the first month. Cancel anytime. So hang around for a week or a year. We are here and enjoy our members thoroughly. We actually went live from the Dominican, which was really fun. But yeah,
Chelsea got married. She was
Chelsea
with
got
us
married. One
for-
of our members that was
Chelsea.
with us from the beginning got married last weekend.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
She got her
Chelsea.
degree, her wedding to a membership degree because she
She
got married.
graduated.
But she was just with us for a long time. She was on multiple lives, and we talked her through the whole way.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Very wonderful.
It's always happy, sad.
It
Like,
is happy, sad.
"Hooray, you're married, you did it," and then oh,
You know what's funny too is everyone says like, "I'll stay on, I'll come back." I'm like, no, please move on.
yeah,
like,
it's hard, right?
we understand. We want you to move on. Like, you'll be sick of wedding stuff when you're not
We're
planning
like,
your own
can I
wedding.
just not? If I see another wedding video, if I see Dominic's bald head one more time, I swear to God.
It's gonna like smash my phone.
Sorry, I'm gonna lean in like, "Hi, I'm still here."
That's funny. Okay, guys, let's end this the way we end every episode because we love you.
And it's always pertinent, right?
Makes sense.
So this is a very personal day. Don't let someone talk you into something you don't want to do or talk you out of something you have your heart set on. It's your day.
You do you. Happy wedding
Right, little
planning.
kisses still.
Mwah.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, so thanks for listening to our podcast. If you found any of this information helpful and you know someone who may be engaged or is a maid of honor, maybe you could tell them and share it with a friend.
Absolutely. So screenshot this episode, share it on Instagram, on Facebook, and tag the wedding duo. We promise to share the love back. Also, if you are interested in more resources or the show notes, you can go to theweddingduo.co. We have one-on-one virtual sessions, a shop, all sorts of fun stuff. Check it out.